Well, good Friday afternoon to you. It's Dan. I want to welcome everyone to my home in the sticks. I hope everybody's having a good Friday. I hope everybody's looking forward to the weekend. But over here in East Central Mississippi, yep, it's warm again. It's in the 70s. Probably gonna be cold in the morning. Before we get started on today's video, I always like to say that if you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. And if you return and just see what old Dan's got going on over her, I sure enough thank you for coming back. But what I want to share with you and y'all today is I got a few things in the mail and I got some stuff sprouting. We finna get off in this shop and I'm finna show you. First things first, let's look at this lettuce. Look at there. We got some lettuce sprouts. And this is the mesclun that I planted. Here's the other ones. Here's the prize head lettuce. I haven't seen anything yet. It's been, I don't know, almost 5 days. But I have some lettuce that has germinated in the rockwool cubes. Now what I did was, the ambient temperature in my shop is rather cold during the day and at night sometimes. Here it's been a little bit warmer. But what I did was, just to experiment, I went ahead and put the rockwool cubes on a heating mat. And the heating mat seems to have worked. So all I'm going to do now is I got to find my little small mini grow light, and I'm going to put these starts under some light and give them a little bit of light and wait till they get some roots, and then we're going to move on from there with the cracky system. So pretty excited about that. Let me show you what I got in the mail. Well, one thing I got in the mail today, and I got something in the mail several months ago. So let me show you that. It was a good idea to get a pH meter and a EC TDS meter. Mr. CB, I actually got in touch with him and I was like, what's a good meter to test pH and EC? He said, well, Dan, I like the HM line of products. I value and trust what he says. He says he has used these meters for several years with no problems. And I actually bought this as a combo pack at a pretty good deal. So, got to know what your pH is and your EC is. So I have the 2 meters to establish that. So I got that in the mail today. 2 pretty important pieces of equipment, in my opinion, for hydroponics. The second thing I got in the mail was sent to me several months ago. Spider Farmer reached out to me and was like, Dan, would you be interested in testing out and reviewing one of our grow lights? And of course I said yes, because I've heard nothing but good things about Spider Farmer lights. So let me show you what they sent me. Here's the owner's manual that came with it. We'll get into that here in a second. But here is the actual light, packaged really well. It came with some adjustable straps, a cord to link several lights together, which I'm only going to be running one for now. Here is the actual light. I'm going to say that this light is pretty hefty. It weighs a pretty good bit. On the front of it, it's got the on and off switch, and the really cool thing about it is it's dimmable. So you can control the level of hertz this thing puts out. Really like that. It has 2 jacks, and it has a mean well driver, which is really, really nice. And this is the SF1000. So I'm really, really looking forward to trying this light out. I'm thinking that it's going to work really, really well. This thing will cover if I'm not mistaken, a 3x3 area. Another thing, in my opinion, is when you get something sent to you from a vendor and they send you some instructions that are really, really well written and you can understand it, that says a lot about a company. Here is the owner's manual for Spider Farmer, and it actually gives you some good assembly instructions. It gives you a function overlay, tells you how to connect several lights, it tells you how to dim this unit, and the thing that I really like is it gives you a suggested hanging distance, which is really, really cool. And it gives you some illustrations on how you can actually hang this light. So I'm going to say Spider Farmer, whoever wrote this user's manual, did a really good job. I've read several user's manuals before, especially on that thing over there. And some user manuals are very, very vague. They don't really tell you much, and you have to try to figure things out. But with this light, You really don't have to figure it out. So there's a couple of 3 things that I wanted to share with you and y'all today. Happy to see I got some lettuce sprouting from the rockwool, and I'm really excited to try out that Spider Farmer grow light. And I received those, the pH meter and the TDS meter, or the EC meter. Really glad that I invested the money in those 2 meters, because it's going to help me out in the long run. So what we're going to do is, once I get that grow light set up and functioning, of course, we're going to do another look-see at it and how I have the grow light set up in the grow tent. So that'd be enough for another video. I'm pretty excited about that. So again, I hope everybody's having a show enough Good Friday, and I hope everybody stays safe over the weekend amid this crisis we still have going on. If you like this video, go and give it a thumbs up, they help. If you haven't subscribed to the Home and Sticks channel, Lord of mercy, y'all need to come on over here, give old Dan a look, because I'm always doing stuff. With that being said, you know it's coming. Dan Referee, sure enough, always gonna say it. Don't let nobody dull your shine. And I mean nobody. You sure enough get your shine on. It's important. And Dan will see you and y'all in the next video.